Alright, welcome back everybody, and without further ado, let's go to war with France. Alright, so we'll go ahead and click on France, diplomacy, declare war. Alright, so we can, it's funny that you can force the enemy's allies into the war. That shouldn't be the case, it should be for them to decide. Alright, so I'm calling my allies into war, Austria and the Papal State. It looks like that's it. Spanish Brazil default coming in. We are going to set up our war goal for Narbonne, and since it's nearby, and then we'll go ahead and confirm. Alright, here we go. Alright, we are at war. I'm going to go ahead and send this army into Narbonne. Let's assign our primary, and we'll send that guy for Armagnac. Like we will take Bern with this 30k, and we'll send this guy over to Toulouse. That'll get us started, and then we'll just have to monitor that closely. We'll go ahead and send this guy into Corsica once he joins the war, it looks like. Now we can march him in there. Alright, so we're joined by Austria and the Papal State. And we are against Oldenburg, Savoy, France, and French Mexico. Alright, we also want to bring out our boats so that they can blockade. And ooh, there's a 58k army right there. Alright, so we're losing 3% of our troops here. We might want to split that off and put them in cohorts. I'm gonna keep the general there since they give a siege bonus. Okay, we gotta be careful. They are moving in on us now. Because I will not be able to join the fight with this 25k, I'm gonna fall them back just in case they come at me. This 20k, I'm going to pull back into Armagnac. I want to be able to catch these guys if they come at me. Alright, so they are moving in on Bern. Alright, so with that, I'll be able to put 70k against the 58k. I'm going to lose out on the bonuses that comes with Bern. But I think it's probably important for me to go ahead and march them there as soon as I see the lock. Okay, they're locked in, and that little lock means that they can't come back on it, so I can force them into this fight. So I'm going to have a 70k versus their 58k, and here's hoping. Let's see if I can boost. So I've got a land force modifier with this military guy, but I can switch it up and get a morale of the army plus 10%, and it's going to cost, ooh, that's gonna kill me in the money department, but you get that extra 10% morale. Don't know that he's worth it. And we've got a 52 on our army tradition, and yeah, I'm just gonna have to not pick up that very expensive guy. Alright, so we're winning the battle so far. We're closer at it here. Alright, so we'll pause it and take a look. So this battle, we are actually at a benefit in the terrain. It looks like they have a -1 crossing because they crossed over a river here. And they also have a -1 terrain effect on the dice roll. Okay, so that's a -2. Our battle lines look to be about the same in distance for our troops. That's how many can fire at the same time or attack. It's our battle line. Current combat width is 32, and our base is 15. Technology gives us an extra 17. They have just a little bit more cannon than we do, and we have more cavalry and infantry. They have a slight point extra in discipline, and their morale was a little bit lower than ours, and their military tactics were just a little bit above us. Alright, so they are retreating. don't think we can chase them. But we're gonna try. So I slowed it down so I can follow their movements a little bit better. The only way I can catch them is if they lose the retreat flag. It looks like I can't go any further out, so I've chased them as far as I can. I'll put the speed back up, and I'm going to go back to Armagnac. We can also move into Narbonne again. Narbonne. Alright, let's split the army here so we don't lose so many men. You know what? I did not know I had these guys. So let's go ahead and get rid of these men. I have to move back into bound territory. I do not want to have mercenaries running around with me. And we'll send these guys over to Cahors. Should be fine. Okay. Once these mercenaries arrive, which they have, we're going to go ahead and disband them. And we could probably also pick up a little bit of money here by doing reward taxes. Alright, so the enemy army, 55k moving north. Oldenburg is north as well. Looks like Austria has made its way into Savoy, as is the papacy. So I want to move slow here, give them a chance to form up, and that way I'm not holding a front by myself. Alright, so Armagnac is under attack. I'm not likely going to be able to escape that. So let's bring the pain. We're going to send our troops in here as well. This might have been one that I would have wanted to retreat from, but looks like they've changed their mind. Okay, that was a bad idea of shifting back. Now I'm finding myself facing the French with a minus modifier. I don't want to lose my advances on Armagnac, but I don't want to lose my men either, so I'm going to march my guys in, back them up. Okay, this is not looking good. Alright, my morale's losing out here. I'm going to have to fall back. Okay, I am in a bad way now. Alright, so my men are going to retreat back behind the bastion. These guys, I'm going to want to get them out of here as well. Oof. They cut me off. Alright. So I didn't want this to happen, but I'm taking a really bad blow here. I'm going to consolidate my men as soon as I can from this army, and it looks like I will have to bring in some mercenaries here. So let's go ahead and form up some mercenaries to add them in if I need into this castle. So we got some mercs coming in. We're holding the line here with the French with our bastion. Our morale's starting to fall. I can't retreat until July 1st. Whoa, should not be going that way, but he is. Alright, so we've got our men back. Hey. Alright. Let's form up in Labor. Or Navarre instead. So hopefully we can take this bad situation and turn around. Alright, so we've formed up a 55k army now. And we are looking at a 34 plus a 17, or this 37, so let's go ahead and give them a chance to get their morale a little bit higher. We'll march this army in, top off around 60. Alright, another thing I mentioned I wanted to do was to consolidate. So if we take a look at our army here, there's a bunch of hundreds and whatnot. They are going to be very weak and decimated if I go to battle. So I want to hit the K key to consolidate. Alright, this is lost money when it comes to, if I let them replenish over time, they get back to 1,000 per, but it's going to take years for that to happen, so I'm going to let them consolidate right away. Same thing with this 8.8k, we're going to consolidate them, and we'll march back to Navarre. This will also reduce the cost to maintain my troops, so I'm going to go ahead and increase my mercenaries that I've got here. Okay, here we go. Let's also bump up. Okay, we got our fleet maintenance is at max. Alright, we got minus 28, minus 14 when it comes to our bastions. Just picked up a few more troops. Gonna consolidate them all. Over here in Navarre. Alright, so we're currently losing 5% of our troops every month, so we're gonna want to march soon. We'll march in November. Should have max morale by that time. Fortunately, we're still positive on our coin. Go ahead and consolidate again. This 34k is trying to match up with 37k is trying to match up with where's my troops here. They've broken off the castle. Alright, here goes. This 59 is going to join them as soon as it can. So yeah, he's already marching back. But I'm hoping that we'll be able to blow them up before their allies get here. Alright, so we have pushed back one of their armies, and fortunately we've got the Austrians. Burgundy is sitting here, but where did the Austrians go? They didn't get pushed back, did they? Here's the papacy. Marching through. Just check on them. They're not at war with anybody but France. Okay. Alright, here's Austria. They're fighting the 60K. Alright, so I consolidated again. That way we have less cost from our troops. We're at 14%. I really want to capture this fort before moving on. But we could probably split and take some other territory. Keep the general there. I'm kind of overextending here a little bit, but since their armies are mostly in the north, I think I can get away with it. That's something interesting to look at. I was nearly 100% with capturing this, but because I went to move, even though I didn't complete the move, it started the time period over again for capturing. And it also threw my general over here. Get over here. Alright, we're going to march you back. That should speed things up. Speed it up. Well, if I speed it up, I might get slammed by the French. I can't see their armies right now. PapaSean's here. I imagine they're in the darkened area here, perhaps by Paris. I think I can move my troops up. Oh, just when I went to say that, the troops are moving in now. Okay, let's put these guys closer. Ah, man, I restarted them. I'll put them in. If these guys march on Armagnac, we'll be in trouble. So we're going to give up on the Poitou. We're going to move them south into Armagnac to support them. I'm going to also consolidate again just to make sure that our troops are in their best shape possible. Alright, so this is kind of a bad place for me to be, since I'm likely going to have, yep, a -1 modifier here. And our large army hasn't yet arrived, but we're doing our best to fight off the civilians. March another 50k worth of troop in. This is going to come out with a victory for us. We should capture Armagnac next season, next month here. Okay, so we have the siege. Now we're going to move on. Consolidate again. Want to get rid of these mercs. I can join the fight here. Nope, too late. They've already done it. Alright, so far so good. We had a bad start, but we've pulled it back. Looks like more troops are on the move, but we should be able to fight them, and we won't even have to because the Papacy is there to catch them. There's a 56k that's chilling out in Savoy. I think that's the one that lost some battles and regrouped. They'll likely march towards... Oh, hello, we got a 4k here that we gotta deal with. Alright, we can split off. Let's use our mercenaries. Detaching the mercenaries with no leader to send them at that 4k army. And these are mercenaries as well. Kind of have a mercenary army going. We use them to do most of the fighting so we can keep our main troops in line. Alright, so if I look at this battle here, we have modifiers because we crossed over the river. It's about to get ugly with that 58k, so I'm going to want to retreat. Looks like I can retreat. One army went the wrong way. Nice if our allies would get over here. Another consolidation. I'm hoping to end the siege as soon as possible. We fought over Armagnac. We'd do okay. So if you hold down the shift key, you can toggle up the way you want them to go, because if you just click on a location, they'll take the shortest path. So what are our peeps doing? They must have lost the battle and fallen back. Okay, we want to take a look at that. The siege of Narbonne is over. Boom. Okay, take a look at this. Savoy wants peace. And they're willing to annul all treaties with France and pay us some monies. Alright, so let's see what we can get separate from that. If we look at Oldenburg, they don't want peace. Savoy does. And they're not willing to give us anything but money. They don't have a whole lot. So 156, I can get 194, and then I can annul treaties with France, and they'll still do it. And then, let's see if they have a papal state they're rivals with, but they won't give that up. And I won't be able to get them to release any nations. Revoke cores, Milan, no. This is the best I'm going to get. It's a little bit better than they were offering. I'm going to get 194 instead of 156, and they're also still going to annul their treaties with France. So I'm going to agree to that. This is going to be much, much better. Alright, so now you can see we dropped a little bit because we're down to 19%. But now it's just with France and their allies. We've captured some crucial places here. These are all French troops. That sucks. There's 60k worth fighting me. So they match me pretty equally. But this should focus our allies' attention on France. Where is Austria? Austria has a 24K sitting right here. Okay, we fell back from Corsica. I probably could have taken Corsica if I had been paying attention. I would have been able to, since I'd owned the territory there. Alright, very good. We're going to go ahead and on pause and take a look at how these troops react. Alright, so they're falling back. I can move forward to get Languedoc. I take the lion's share here and see about grabbing this Avignon fort. If I can capture that quickly, then we'll be sitting relatively pretty. Go ahead and split. Whoops. Consolidate these guys back together and make that mercenary. The mercenary army I'm going to stick over here and line us, and then fall them back if the French move on me. Looks like they are moving south. Pardon me. Okay, because they're moving south, I do want to fall them back. Yeah, they're moving in to intercept me here. Well, and they caught me. The punks caught me. Okay, so now I'm forced with the decision to evacuate them as soon as I can, or bring up a 30K. Because I'm already taking a -1 morale's lower than theirs, and I think they're primarily mercenaries. I'm going to go ahead and leave them in that battle. Where is the papacy? Come to my rescue. Alright, let's see what we can take from France right now. Alright, so if I look at the overextension, because I like to take territories that are not going to cause me to be overextended. I cannot take any, they don't even want peace right now. Looks like Austria's taken over a lot of those territories. Alright, what if I were to take our war target? We're trying to get Narbonne, so if I were to capture that, nope, not gonna let me. They don't want it right now. I'm gonna want to fall back, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to fight them on my terms. That's what I get for being too aggressive. Alright, falling back, and then these guys, as soon as I can, I'll have to retreat as well. Unlucky. So they wiped out those troops all together. Alright, so we will hang out here, detach these mercenaries. I can capture Cahors and Rouge. I need my allies to move in on them. This Austrian army is just sitting there. I think I'd rather lose 1 stability than 20 army tradition. Good, do that, and then pump it up again with papacy. Alright. Gonna be in bad position if they march on me here. Need to move those guys out. They were a pretty nice advanced scout. Alright, so I'm bringing in 25.7 now. I'm going to replenish my money a little bit here, I think, and then I'll bring in some more mercenaries. If they attack Lembort, I'll be able to send my men after them. Looks like our Navy's fighting theirs. This is not looking all that great. They have a lot more heavy ships than we do. Let's go ahead and retreat. Alright, the PapaSean's on the move again, so I'm just going to hold out in my forts. I can maybe move on this one. Keep them from taking it. But I really don't want to lose my men. What if we were to bring in some more recruits here? I think we can. Got primarily cannon and infantry. Probably get a few more infantry here. Careful, these guys keep wanting to march north through the enemy. Alright, so PapaSean is moving on it. They can't stay down here fighting us. If they take Armagnac, we'll have to just take it back. They can't take Lagor. We'll crush them at that castle, I think. Oh wow, they were able to march into this territory. Alright, we're gonna march in there as well. They might change their mind. And they didn't. Okay, this will be a big fight. It looks like it's not going well for us just yet. Get a little bit better. No, their reinforcements came. Oof, that was a very costly battle. Paris is under siege right now. They're going to have to march back for that. I might have to take out a loan here. Alright, so I'll click on economy, go ahead and take out an 828 loan. And let's get some mercs coming in. Can't forget to consolidate those troops. Alright, so we just picked up another colony through a lucky feat. Colonizing here. Not quite sure where the other colony popped up. See where that would have shown up. I'm afraid I'm going to lose it if I don't know where it's at. Alright, maybe if I click on, I got colonies too. Looks like that's the only colony. Okay. So I'm going to send these troops this way and over. I need to take out that 42k if I'm able to. And it looks like we're going to take Paris through Rome. The papacy is going to take Paris. Alright, they did. Now, what does France have to say about themselves? Alright, so now they're willing to give us peace. We're able to take some of these territories. What about overseas? Yeah, they're willing to give us some overseas lands. So these two would become part of Spain. The rest wouldn't because they're owned by Austria. Anything else over here? So let's take a look. Flag those. I don't see any other French territories. Just in case they got sneaky and went over far east. Alright, so we can take the eastern, southern, southeastern French territories. And other zeros are Bermuda. I would not have caught Bermuda. And what else can we get from you? Rouge. No, they won't give us Rouge. It looks like they'll give us a little bit of money and all those territories. And we won't suffer too much from overextension or from the aggressiveness. So go ahead and give them our demands. You know, we might also be able to do something with Oldenburg, so let's hold those for now. Okay, Oldenburg has nothing they want to do with us. Alright, so it wasn't everything we wanted, but sometimes it's best to take small chunks at a time here. That way we don't find ourselves with too much aggression. You end up getting into a coalition where all your neighbors come at you at once, and that is no fun. As you can see, just France with Savoy was enough to give us some heartburn, and that was even with Austria and the papacy pushing on from the east. Alright, so we will take what we can now, and we'll be back. France will be back in about 5 to 15 years. Alright, well, hope this has been helpful to you guys. As you see, we've gained our new territories, and then the next thing we want to do is core them. So when you go to core, you can go to your production interface, and there's a little make cores. The shortcut is number 3, and then sort by overextension, and then you're going to want to core out the ones that have extensions so that you don't have any rebellions in your own territories. So provincial instability, just because we've overextended, we've gotten some national unrest, and so we'll have to monitor that. There we have it. Spain has grown into the French territories, and the more we take away from France, the fewer armies they'll be able to field, the faster we'll be able to take them down. Alright, take care, and catch me next time on Europa Universalis. This is PapaSean, out.